Alright. This is gonna be so informal, because informal. Okay, now that I got everything remotely set up, this is me being super lazy, so sorry we're not doing our usual things here. Alright. Kind of trying to get my swaps going on. Alright, let's see.
There are 3 mobile suit categories. Each has its own role in combat, and can be strong or weak to the other categories.
Oh, right. I need NTD mode for a second.
Suits feature a well-rounded, durable design that makes them ideal for establishing and holding the battle line. They deal increased damage to enemy raid types. This damage shouldn't affect too much.
Oh, I see. I can turn this on, turn that off. Oops.
Special effect activated.
Chill here for a hot second while we some things really quick. So kind of figured out some stuff that I want to run
can cripple its effectiveness.
in normal NTD mode, or non-NTD mode, sorry.
Every chance you get to damage the enemies.
Oh, what is it? So basically, unicorn mode, I kind of figured out stuff that I wanted to run. And ironically enough, while you're in awakened mode, you literally could just sit at base and recover. It requires fast enough to offset the drain from NTD. That's actually pretty cool. I can actually stop worrying about that for a second. So this is what I have set up so far. Still trying to figuring stuff out, because unicorn is one thing. This is a totally different thing altogether. But I figure, you know, most people will want to have that at the ready, especially to initiate or to back off. Anybody that's pretty good with their melee play, sword play, whatever the hell you want to call it. Got that, and then, you know, having this ready. Wow, that's a long-ass cooldown, but hold on, wait a minute. I think I'm having some Toadster vibes on this. You go that, and it pierces.
A handy function that automatically assists with aiming. Even weaker weapons can be effective with high enough accuracy. For beginners, I recommend machine guns with ASL.
Now, mind you, we are running with arts already, so this is going to move a lot faster than it normally should. Actually,
holding the front line is easier if you can capture a nearby beacon.
Hold on. I think we're going to boost for 5 seconds, and I think it kicks in after 5. 1, 2. Oh, it is a 2-second. So especially for somebody that loves remotely playing the Delta Kai, yeah, the 2-second thing, so Oh yeah, I can
Before
definitely
attempting
see.
to bomb an enemy base, consider your allies' positions and the remaining time in the match.
Okay. So yeah, the thrust is gonna suffer from the same thing as the narrative, anything thrusting to. It has to be literally, what is it? So say we use this thing as a wall. So you pretty much have to be knee level for it to count. Okay, I think I'm ready. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I think I'm gonna suck with this super bad. Gonna suck. Well, wish me luck, boys. I'm gonna try not to suck for you guys. It's gonna be hard because I don't have confidence with the suit, but you know, this is what it is.
Making preparations for
Of
sortie.
course, supply bait. Fuck. Why can't it be like a
Canceling
6v6?
Making
Then
preparations.
again, it'd be more
Canceling procedure.
temperamental
Making
as 6v6.
preparations for
Fuck it, I don't
sortie
care.
application.
Fuck my rating.
Prepare to sortie.
Freaking hand's already like fucked up right now. Actually, it's more like my wrist. Whatever. Alright, so the game plan is I'm gonna try to record a really good round. Y'all are gonna have to just like give me your best energy. Fuck me. I don't think this is gonna work out too well.
Your team is ready. Prepare yourself.
Ah, fellow unicorn Phoenix. Sure. Okay. God help us. God help us, because I am gonna fuck up with the first match. I am guaranteeing it. So hard.
Very well. Proceeding to the battlefield. We're at the launch point. Mobile suits, move out.
After this, I'm going to bed.
Commencing operation. Beacon captured. Taken light damage so far. An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit. Taking significant damage. Can you still... Your suit is at its... Your mobile suit has been destroyed.
Well, we're off to a really great start. I was like, Psycho Jet. Oh, right. Banshee, that's
Lost
right.
an ally.
I'll
Where do you
say
want to
this, new part is
redeploy?
not quick enough to offset that. I was still too close.
We lost an ally.
Of course, I jumped into a match. Didn't even know this guy was actually going to bring a Delta Kai 700. Oh boy.
Supporting fire incoming. Clear the target area.
Well, like
We
Tarkov,
lost
kick
an
you in the
ally.
balls.
Long-range support fire incoming. An ally. Supporting fire complete. Supporting fire successful. Now, requesting redeployment.
Like, I don't even feel bad.
The
It's
enemy
just
is
more of
captured
getting
a
hit
beacon.
in a dumb way and killed, essentially. Where's this guy at?
The enemy has captured a beacon. An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit.
Ah, fuck. Hit a teammate. Oh yeah, you're stealth, alright. Not that I don't see you.
An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit. Taken light damage so far. Special effect activated. Taking significant damage. Your suit is at its limit. An ally has Your mobile suit has been destroyed.
I got separated out, but my teammates, too. It's bad peripheral vision.
Support. An ally has destroyed
Actually
an
remembered to
enemy
hit
mobile suit.
NTD, but like I said, I'm gonna suck at this. I don't play 700 nearly as much as everything else, so a little rusty. And then on top of that, like literally 5 minutes just to like review NTD option.
Requesting redeployment. An ally has
I mean, we're
destroyed
winning,
an
so we're
enemy mobile
doing
suit.
good. It's a really shitty video though, so I'm not gonna make it.
Supporting fire incoming.
I feel like it needs more boost. Burning through the boost like super quick. Oh.
The enemy has captured
Fuck,
a
I can't
beacon.
hit him from up there.
The enemy has captured a beacon. Fate favors us today. We lost an ally.
Shot tree is lining up too. Don't even care. Oh man.
Taking significant damage. Can you still fight? Your suit is at its limit. Special effect activated. 2 minutes left. Bases are especially valuable for this mission. Mobile suit has been destroyed.
Oh, this is rough.
We lost an ally.
I feel like it needs hella boost.
Supporting fire incoming.
Like
Clear the target
75 is
area.
like not really cutting it for how fast paced this is going. And to
Long-range
like take
support
advantage of
fire
the new
incoming.
armor, but the thing is it
We
doesn't even
lost
have
an
a whole
ally.
lot of
Supporting fire
melee
complete.
power.
Supporting fire
Not melee
missed
power,
its
sorry,
target.
melee resistance. So it's just like a little rough.
Requesting redeployment. An ally is requesting support. We lost an ally. We lost an ally. 1 minute left. This isn't over. We can still win. Light damage so far. We lost an ally. Taking significant damage. Can you still fight? Your suit is at its limit. Mobile suit has been destroyed. An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit. An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit.
I mean, it would be
Mission
nice
is
to do this
over.
in like a nice pre-made group, but
Lost. Such a shame.
yeah, that's not gonna happen. Wow, I did poorly and I still beat my rival. What the fuck?
Here's your reward for this battle.
Alright, that's going in the trash bin. Alright, OBS. Figured I would like to do more damage. But, like, just like some of those fights weren't exactly in my control there. But, you know, learning pains and everything. Yeah, it's just kind of whatever. Alright, so, let's see, let's look real quick. So, we went with, like, cruise control. Problem is that I could go boost, but I really don't have anything that takes advantage of how much space it takes taking up. I could go thrusters, because like walking speed, it's like 130. Not bad, serviceable, but I feel like boost is probably the way to go, so we'll do that. Lockup time is pretty good too, so this helps with some of the damage mitigation. So I didn't have to go super crazy with the beam reduction, but I feel like it's kind of like the same situation with like the when it was all unicorns. I need to go more into melee, but well, we're running 35s right now. Ideally, what is it? You know, like nearly maxed out. I'm gonna try something dumb, like this. I can't. I literally can't. Wow. Okay. Kind of sucks. I need 3. Wow. 39. So we're at 39 plus 3. That's 42. Which, ironically enough, is nowhere near where we were at before. So I guess I'll take that. Is it's thing has no boost. We're already looking at yeah, not really good. Actually, wait a minute, this thing has boost already. What the oh no, I went that way. Ran 75. This is 80. A little more fine tuning stuff. Actually, yeah, anyway. Shouldn't be able to change buttons anyways. So just for shits and giggles, I want to see. Wow. Yep. Obviously a stupid idea, but let's see. Alright, so what are we running the other one? That defense, which we already got covered. Now can't get a field over, can I? Damn. But alright. Same HP, but different stat. And we're ditching the Psychomu reduction thing, which seems cool, but like the disable time and reduction time. We didn't. I wonder if this would actually be better since we were running into Kshatriya, but it's just like the percentage 10%. But like, what's the type advantage? Because I was still getting hit pretty hard regardless. So, and 142 help, but yeah, we're still hitting the same number. So we'll try this one first.
Making preparations for sortie application accepted.
Really wish had better circumstances to test this, but whatever.
Prepare to sortie. Your team is ready. Prepare yourself.
Free. Yeah, since everybody and their mom's running it, best we keep that off. So we have to worry about, you know.
Very well. Proceeding to the battlefield.
Part of people, why people talk shit about the whole thing like this is because, well, one, the 5v5, and it's the new 700 suit, so it's just like, yeah, there's no balance right now because of the room. Then again, even if it was like 6v6, I think it'd be worse in that sense. Alright. I'll get my practice down, you guys get to, I don't know, laugh, cry, all the other stuff. Feels nice though. I don't think I feel a difference between 130 and 135, so we'll keep it.
Beacon captured. The enemy has captured a beacon.
Oh god, we're getting flanked. I'm getting flanked in a bit. Shit.
Taking light
Trying to help a teammate, and that didn't work out too well.
Special effect activated. Rally request received. Rejoin your enemy unit destroyed. We lost an ally. Rally request. Your mobile suit has been destroyed. Supporting fire incoming. Where do you want to redeploy?
What's up, Yumi? I like it, but I'm playing very badly with it right now. A lot of it's trying to learn the swaps for it,
Requesting redeployment.
and I'm
The
also
enemy has
testing
captured
setups too at
beacon.
the same time, so you
An
put
ally
like
has
2 and 2
destroyed
together,
an
and it's
enemy
just
mobile suit.
a little rough. Part of it, I think, is because it's 5v5,
Enemy unit destroyed.
and, you know, 5v5, and... Oh my god, here we go.
Damage so
Please
far.
get him, thank you. And anything, anything. Thank you. So I'm running both the Psychomo frame part and the other one there.
An ally has destroyed
Yeah, I'm running
an enemy
Psychomo
mobile
frame
suit.
and the new Sable
We
part.
lost an ally.
Okay, hit from behind. Oh, so they return back and they cancel out if they hit something against the wall. Come on. Wow, okay.
You're taking significant damage. Can you still fight? Special effect activated. Beginning unit repairs. You lost an ally. An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit.
Wow. So yeah, trying.
The enemy has captured a beacon. You're taking significant damage.
Well,
Can you still
I'm just
fight?
saying I suck with it right now, and the thing is we're splitting up right now, so it's kind of hard. Like our team's just not staying together. So that's why I was like literally just trying to hold there for a second.
An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit.
That's the roll.
Mobile suit has been destroyed.
So yeah, I don't think it's bad. It's just I'm playing badly, and our team is. It feels like we're struggling pretty hard. But it's a lot of different things too. It's more than just certain things. Like I am definitely suffering, trying to like not only make it
Fate
good for a
favors us
video because I'm
today.
recording this
Supporting
stuff, but
fire
like
incoming. Clear
trying
the
to play
target
smart,
area.
not trying to be glory hog and play stupid at the same time too. But since everybody's running the same thing you
Long-range
are,
support fire
it's just
incoming.
a lot
Requesting
of stuff
redeployment.
going on.
An ally has
Bad.
supporting fire complete. We lost an ally. Supporting fire successful. Now's your chance.
Shit. No. That's not smart. Wow, okay. I am rusty at 700.
Taken light damage so far. Supporting fire incoming.
Like, I'm not even purposely trying to play super aggressive. It's just like, wow. I mean, one thing I'm already getting, like, punished for playing the way I... Wow.
Special effect activated. An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile
boost.
been destroyed.
Well, the weapon juggle's not that hard because I have the shortcut set, so it's like, okay, I have melee to Tonfa, but it's incorporating the armed armor DE and a lot of the other stuff together, and that's where I'm struggling right now because this is literally my second round with it, and I had like a brief warm up because I was playing in practice. Because like, okay, what do I want to set up? Because I mean, Vulcans are great when you're in unicorn mode, so I'll keep those for now. But it's just like,
an ally.
you know, I want to run the other stuff too.
1 minute left. Don't let
And
up.
it's just like, this is a range suit, so. Oh god damn it.
An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile
And the worst part is I'm
suit.
like
Taking light damage so far.
fucking between two guys right now. It's just like,
Can you still fight? Your suit is at its limit.
could have hit NTD on that one.
Mobile suit has been destroyed.
I mean, I'm winning, but yeah, melee, it gets hit hard in NTD mode, so that's why you want to put into, it feels like you want to put it into range power anyways.
You lost an ally.
Because your funnel based, your Psychomu weapons rely on that. So here, we'll take a brief break. I need a breather for my wrist. My wrist is fucked right now. I mean, I'm getting top diversions, but I'm like super bright as hell, so it's just like, yeah. How the fuck did I get second? I got second. Huh? What is it? Look at this. Okay, so I got paired up with the first guy on the other team, and that's why I didn't get my rival win. But, what? Okay, well, we're taking a screenshot of this, and it's like, second round. Bullshit.
Here's your reward for this battle.
Part of it is also 5v5, so it's just like, not only everybody else is it, it's just like, man, what is this? Why? Why? Why is this happening? Why? Hey, I got the new wallpaper thing. Yes. New wallpapers. Yeah. Hell yeah. With kind of battle operation 2. Hell yeah. I mean, if it was cool without it, you know, it'd be even better. Yeah. Hold on a second. Let me give you the link. Yeah, I just saw a tweet go out and I'm like, oh, it's because I retweeted stuff or whatever. Okay. Yeah. So they have one for the Phoenix for both mobile and desktop. Alright, so here's the thing. I have a lot of room, so that's why like the setup here is very wishy-washy right now. Because I'm still fine-tuning, and I notice I have a headache right now. We're off to even a greater start. Because I think the ballistic is fine. 30% reduction ballistic, I think it's okay. Because it's just like, you can't cover everywhere. And the thing is, the only reason why I'm getting HP boost is because we're running the new part. And the thing is that, like, I don't know how much, like, and we're also getting the 10% damage reduction off of that anyway, so even if I'm fighting, as I'm fighting other Phoenixes, we're getting an extra 10% on top of the base 30% ballistic that we're dealing with already. No, it doesn't. It goes all the range. Regular Unit 1 RX0 does. The base one. That's why realistically, on my other build, I went more melee resistance, so it's 39 plus the 3% from the Psychomu part. Because we're only at 35 here. So I kind of need to play mid-game, but at the same time, it's like the way that our team is kind of splitting off, it's a little rough. So say, for example, right? Say I focus on just full-on melee, which makes sense because why wouldn't you? Even with those two parts there, that's a pretty good number, but I need boost. And I also need, what is it? Which we're already running 82 already. It makes sense for me to run range. Oh my god, this is fucking stupid. So vanilla-wise, I should run this. The second one? The second one's a little more melee forgiving. The thing is that I'm testing the Psychomu weapon disable time, because this is meant to counter NTD, the Psycho Jack. But then we also have where is that Psycho Jack thing? This one here. So I have to hit basically, which I might even omit altogether. The Psycho Frame I think might be an option. But I'm more keeping it because, yeah, granted. So this basically cuts into when you're already getting hit by Psycho Jack. But the problem is that way that my fights have been going, I kind of almost want to omit this. The problem that I lose out is, you know, when we're thinking about it, right? This obviously might make more sense for people that have a lot more experience, is you're losing out on the 10% that you could be mitigating from other Phoenixes, since it's pretty much just blue on blue the whole entire time right now. And we're also losing 1200. So being able to stay a lot higher. What's the word? There was like a term when Unicorn was out where you wanted to survive as much as you can because you're going to have that HP pool drain while you're in NTD mode. So I was like, okay, well, adding more HP or playing the high gamble, getting into NTD mode as fast as possible could play out too. I don't know. I'm still kind of figuring out, but I do feel like Psycho Frame can help with locking on, since most of its weapons do rely on line of sight, especially this one here. Locking on and firing it on a building cancels it out completely, because it'll hit the building and it won't repeat. So if it has, so even though in non-NTD mode it has 3 hits, it goes 1 and then it just cancels out completely, which is unfortunate, but at least you won't be waiting for it to do the whole animation and then you got the 13-second reload time. So part of me says I want to go with this, but we lose out on the Psycho Frame. Well, that last fight that I was in, I was locking on to other people, and that's basically what I was dealing with. But if we go 19, right? So we're at 12, which is a pretty good, modest increase in damage, right? We're at 74. So I think 67 is a pretty good magic number, because once we're at 40, because we're at about 42, that's still okay. I think that's fine damage wise. So it's not so much damage. I am still figuring out how to deal with suits, because for one, these have to lock on. This hits, but then I feel like I need a combo into Beam Magnum because you have the extra range, and I'm fucking that up so hard right now. So that's why I like, even when I have it set up like that, because I should be leading up with that. You can get 2 shots. Actually 3 shots, then it overheats. It overheats on the 3rd shot. So I feel like, okay, Mega Cannon to Beam Magnum, followed up by this or Vulcan. So I'm fucking stuff up already, but I'm kind of testing both things all at the same time. So it's not so much just learning woes, it's more of like, okay, well, It's going down super quick. Ideally, this would be the standard unicorn setup, anyways. No lock on, whatever. But you'd be kind of shortchanging you on the launch thing because sometimes it doesn't lock on really well. Right. So that's why like we're testing them all. Like I have them all set up, but like it's I feel like it's more user error than anything else. You know how like certain suits you do like it's not so much you vibe with, but like they're very simple, very straight. This one gets very complex when you go into NTD mode. You have so much shit to deal with. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. I actually like this because it gives a lot more, minus the whole people think this is broken, but you have a lot more to kind of incorporate because now you have to adjust your playstyle to the suit versus, oh, you know, hey, it's just stun, downswing, stun, downswing. It's not very simple. You have your downswings too, but you also have to have, how do I say it? It's kind of like Pride, kind of like UFC where you have different fighters. You got your grapplers, you got your boxers, and you got your wrestlers and everything else. And so all these different abilities on these suits pretty much represent a different school of almost a school of different thought. So I think I'm going to stick with this one because I feel like if I'm going to get caught with a melee combo with Unicorn, I deserve it because I feel like that's a position thing.
Making preparations for sortie. Alright, be careful out there.
So I want to see what a 6v6 looks like. I know it's going to be ass and fucking hectic, but I don't mind.
Prepare to sortie.
I think you can because on my video I actually, I think I rolled it out. Hold on, let me go find my my preview video because I did a preview video with everybody else and everybody else that rolled out a preview video because I had lucky I got the hookup on that one, but well, I feel like 6v6 feels a lot. It's a pain in the ass, but like it just feels like I have a better chance to do stuff. But you know, it's whatever. Because I think there's enough time because if you have because the range for the thing is about like 300 or so. So I would safely assume that because there's no wind up time necessarily. I would assume you can.
Your team is ready. Prepare yourself.
I just want to do like proper thing for the suit. Right now, doesn't seem like it. And I'm playing with like wrist strains on my left hand, so like trying to react to stuff is pretty rough right now. But I think one of the things I have for the
Very well.
armed
Proceed into the
armor
battlefield.
flips, I threw it in there because I felt like that was pretty important. Watching like some of the more talented people
All units
can
prepare for
appreciate
combat.
chaining like
Pilots
actual
deploy
hits
at
and everything.
once.
Yeah, and I mean that's the thing. It's learning pain primarily because the damage is there. I definitely feel it with the magnum and everything else. It's just, yeah, I just got it like recently, like literally today, and it's like, so I know it's affecting my stuff here. So
Commencing operation.
trust me, I know I'm sucking with this soap, but I do know I think I need to lead with the mega cannon though. Kind of makes sense because of the fast focus time of the BR. So especially with maneuver armor 1, I think that's enough to break it. But I need a hit with it primarily. much different engagement. That was not bad, but I got caught as my team rotated around. I was stuck in position. I should have ran, but
Where do you want to
didn't really have enough
redeploy?
time to.
We lost an ally.
But hitting NTD did keep me alive for a little more precious time.
Requesting redeployment. Unit destroyed. The enemy has captured a beacon. Supporting fire incoming. Clear the target area. Long-range support fire incoming. Supporting fire complete. Supporting fire missed its target. We lost an ally. Taking light damage so far. Taking significant. Pursuit is at its limit. An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit. Special effect activate. Beginning unit repairs. We lost an ally. Enemy unit destroyed.
Oh no, I'm gonna die.
An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit. Mobile suit destroyed.
Yeah, so that's a thrust. It's not the swing that the regular unicorn has. That's what I was like, all right, you know what? It's still usable. Don't rule it out. It does not have the same hit factor that the regular unicorn has, but you can change it. The thing is, you can chain it. It gives you reach. It gives you tools, so you can incorporate all that in, and that works a lot for me. So that's not a problem. I can work around that.
Requesting redeployment. We lost an ally. An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit. Enemy unit destroyed. Enemy unit destroyed. Taken light damage so far. Special effect activated. Supporting fire incoming. And now, fate favors us today. Taking significant damage. Pursuit is at its limit. An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit. Bases are especially valuable for this mission.
We were getting flanked hard.
We lost an ally. Your suit is at its limit. Impressive. That could have been some real work. We lost an ally. Mobile suit has been destroyed.
Oh my god. The amount of fucking adrenaline is popping through my system right now. This is fucking nuts.
1 minute left. Don't let up. Long-range support fire incoming.
Mm-hmm.
Supporting fire complete. Supporting fire. missed
Honestly,
its
next
target.
rotation is going to be impact sight. It's not going to be as open, but you're going to have long sight ranges. You're going to have high
We lost
altitudes and
an
everything
ally.
too. And I would say, if anything, there's going to be a lot of midlining for sure in this. So I think it's going to be good. It's just you're going to see a lot of people clashing. You're definitely going to see a lot of people clashing. Part of me wants to spawn in, but I think I'll wait. The rest of our teammates here. I got about 8 seconds
Our
here.
base is under attack.
And they melted in time.
Requesting redeployment. Our base is sustaining heavy damage. Mission is over.
So the midline
Our
part
second
is the
failed.
fact that
Well
the
done.
DE armors actually hit pretty far for what they can do. That's a big deal. An 89k. Wow. Wow, top score was 89k. I did 88.
Here's your reward for this battle.
I mean, considering that I would say on a good day, anything above 50k should be good. It's just right now because
Making preparations for sorting.
yeah, I mean, it's no 100k. I feel like that's always a goal, but like my skills don't reflect that necessarily. Nor, and I think a lot of it is survivability too. Like, I'm gonna have to look at this a little bit too, because it's like I know I was getting hit with Psychomu weapons and melee, and so it's like I'm kind of wrapping my head how to best balance this out altogether, because it feels like it needs everything. I don't mean that like it desperately needs everything, but it needs everything to a certain point where everything's running beams. Need beam protection. That's why I wasn't surprised I was doing so low with this, because 1200 base, and I was only hitting for about, what, under 900? Not surprised. We're using it for utility purposes. But the big kicker right here is your armor DE, and then all this other stuff. I didn't even use the shield that much. It was for everything else. So it's like, what do I look at? Like, you have to commit somewhere. Like, you have to commit to either one of the three. So ballistic, beam, or melee. And I'm like, well, the only thing I have to really worry about is basically beam and melee. If I play mid good enough, I don't really have to worry about it. Ballistic, I think, is high enough. Like I said earlier, 30% is high enough to where it's fine. And then on top of that, yeah, the armor cannons in NTD mode do pierce. It's just it takes fucking forever to ready up because of the heat rate too on top of that. So you don't get that nice flexibility that you had in Unicorn. I need to do something about that paint job too. It's kind of irking me a little bit, because just I don't know how else to balance it right now. I could paint it white, make it like a plan B thing, but it's just like everybody else and their mom's doing it. One of the people on my team the second round that we played this had armed the Plan B version, perfect ability colors. I'm like, it's killing me right now. So yeah, I would say even that match, I think, like, I'm still disappointed. Like, I feel like I could do more, but because everybody else is learning too, it's a rough thing. Well, the thing is that I decided to say, just for shits and giggles, oh yeah, it stole the shield boosters off of the Fennec, and we just planted it on the unicorn here. Because it's just like, I don't, well, where is my unicorn paint job? My unicorn paint job makes a lot more sense. Like, it looks normal. Like, it actually feels normal, so it's alright. Finally. So as soon as we go to the other things, it's like, nope, fuck you and your paint jobs. That's basically what GBO Studios is telling me. Not literally, of course, but fuck, because it's like, hold on. Yeah, as soon as I paint this, the tails go away. Which, realistically speaking, I think I can get rid of that, honestly. Yeah, we'll do that. It's gonna look weird, but whatever. Yeah, the kneecaps were mapped. So basically, that's the thing about like a lot of games. Gundam Breaker, this game, they're both guilty of this. It's like if you're cutting certain sections, it's for the tails, basically. Yeah. So like even the Hazel 2 to the Hazel, the nice thing about that is it's a 1-to-1 color match with barely any type of color adjustments whatsoever. So this problem that I have with the Phoenix is since it glows blue, I have to use two tones to kind of like break it up a bit. And so we're using this pattern right now to kind of like, I want it to be, light blue on blue like I usually do, but like do it in a way where you still see, like when you're up here, you can see details breaking up the colors and everything. And that's what makes, like, say a suit, like some of the other more traditional looking suits, like you go to here, something like that, it looks balanced, even if it's not your favorite color. I get a lot of people telling me, oh, it's super blue. I'm like, yeah, it's true, but like certain ones actually do stand out well. They stand out a little bit better than others when you balance it out right. Like this one was hard to do too because you have the exposed frame, you have other stuff, so it's like, all right, let me do stuff to kind of like break it a little bit. And the worst part is, okay, say we go here, right? So arms and legs, you can two-tone those. Technically arms and legs, those are two-tone too. A lot of the same swatches too. Well, the thing is that on top of that, you don't really have much to break this up either. So you can have, like, say, his stay with the stock colors, but you can't put in the caution tape stuff like you do in Gundam Breaker 3, which does help break a lot of this stuff here. Hold on. Yeah, and trying to break up other stuff is just, I need to I need to figure out a camo pattern. Like, see, even this too, it's like it doesn't look right. White actually looks good for this, but white feels too plain. It's not my style. Splinter camo can kind of work a little bit. Not quite the reflector. Digi camo. I still haven't figured. Like, I tried doing a hexagon, and I like these ones that you can actually get to like color certain sections, but it just doesn't balance out the way that you want. And so it's like it'll break up the colors, but it just doesn't look right. This, and the thing with Tiger Stripe too, like this one here, it blends in the lines too much. This one looks like carbon fiber, so you can kind of get away with it. So that's why I kept that one, because it's just like it breaks up. There's it's a little bit of different color variation in like the different surfaces, because like unicorn itself is just one flat color for its main color, but then you have all that other stuff going on too. This would just fuck with eyes already fucking with mine. Urban camo actually might work too, but not really. It's the shape of the patterns too for like the splotches and stuff. This would actually be good in camo colors. Ironically, just by itself, it actually looks kind of cool. But I do like the fact that like you can color certain sections with your camo and leave everything else exposed. So it actually kind of works a bit. This one kind of pissed me off a little bit because I like the pixel camo, but we get that random like pink dot all over the place. It's like irritating. It's like, why is this even here? And I did try Splinter camo as well too. It didn't work out too well, not the way I wanted it. So, yeah, I would say I embraced quite a bit of this stuff here too, of basically unicorn and everything. Like, I'm pretty serious when it comes to like my colors and everything. Right, hold on, this. Oop. So we tried. I think on my unicorn, I don't have the little antenna holder thing. Nope, it's one. So that was a mistake. I tried it without it. Tried it with, and we're going back. Yeah, I'm debating if I want to keep that match or not.
Making preparations for sortie.
Because the thing is, in like 13 minutes, it's gonna be impact site, so I almost want to run it. Chickenpox camo, yeah, it very much reminds me of that, honestly. Yeah, so
Canceling procedures.
I was gonna say, since you're here, did you want to see anything specific about this? Just out of curiosity, because I mean, I have the suit. I know that not everybody see the suit or have it outside of what's being posted. So this is a good time. I'm gonna try to see what impact site has. If it's still 5v5, I'm going to bed, and I might just upload that last one, just because I feel like with my learning pains right now, I feel like that's still good enough, because it's something to build on, to get better with, because I don't play a lot of 7. My main toss range has been like 500 to 6, and I play 6 even less. But I also been trying to play a little bit low cost too, because like, you know, Gigan, Chad moments there. Gigan's still probably one of the best supports you can play at low cost. That's like easy to use. Yeah, I think a lot of it was just trying to stay alive. I mean, the thing is that it was literally. So here's the thing I want to kind of remember, and you make up a good point too. Is it was still a good round considering it was pretty much all generals for the most part. I'm very curious to see what the suit does in a traditional format. We'll say, you know, mostly blues with, you know, one support, which we had a support on our team, and, you know, one raid, because I think with the raid that'll boost up the numbers quite a bit too. But it's just like, just from that alone, I feel like it's not enough to really gauge. You know, some people still feel like the suit's broken. I'm like, no, I'm still dying with it. It's just, it's gonna be down to somebody said this and they made a really good point too. Like, if you have two teams of full affinity, right? Literally equal down to except for parts and the players. Those are the two main factors that are going to determine how this suit does. And, you know, since we're not playing in a ideal setting, I think, you know, I'm being more harsh to myself than I should be. And I think it's just that competitive nature coming out. Because, like, I ride a very fine line between playing competitive, in a sense. I'm very, you know, I would say, like, I want to really bring out the best, and I can't accept anything less than that, which it's a very fine line, because that was a good round, and I don't give myself enough credit for that. At the same time, like we just mentioned earlier, that was basically an absurd round where it's just full on general, all literally same rating that I am. You know, we'll say approximately same skill level, because technically I have touch A plus, but I've dipped down, and that's fine. So I feel like that's fair. At the same time, we're all learning this too, and trying to literally, how do I say, play smart. You know, bring that higher level tier gameplay that I think we all should attain to, regardless if we're competitive or casual or whatever you want to, you know, classify yourself as, and really make this suit work for you. Not necessarily shoehorn, but like play and just kick ass with it, because this suit, I think, as much as I love the simplicity of the unicorn, because you do have something that breaks mobile armor, or maneuver armor. Sorry, not mobile armor. Anytime I see MA, I think mobile armor, which is also another abbreviation. But when you break maneuver armor, this suit is still pretty solid. I think this is still my main setup right now because it's the most balanced. Granted, it doesn't have the HP pool that it had. It actually, what's funny is the Fenix actually has the same HP pool that I was running on the Unicorn. I didn't run any HP parts, and this is literally the basic setup that does the job. And the thing is, this is 72, right? With the setup, I'm actually running on par with the Unicorn right now because without the Psychomu part, the Psychomu frame, we're turning slower than the Unicorn. We're also still moving slower than the Unicorn as well by like a step. But I mean, that's more for game balance. So we tried it with the cruise control. No big change, not a big deal. I don't think, -5 is going to be a big deal, but turning is going to be a big deal because we want to be able to react to engaged targets and, maybe get really shifty with some swings there. And we're actually at 69, which is 9. But, compared to this, that's a big deal. And the thing is, honestly, hold on, I'm going to mute the mic really quick. Sorry, I had to clear my throat. Bad cough. If we look at, get rid of one of these guys. This was somebody's idea of running stuff. If we look at vanilla stats, right? Like, honestly, compared to, we'll say Unit 1 to Unit 3, Unit 1 is still easier to use because once you figure out the basics of regular Unicorn, going into NTD, learning the melee combos, easy, compared to trying to understand Fenix. Fenix, I mean, I wouldn't say Fenix is hard, but comparatively to the two, the regular Unicorn is much, much easier. Yeah, this is definitely more of a midline thing. So, like, even this is 30-40. Unicorn is 40-20. So even with this not hitting as hard in Unicorn mode, and then taking a big dump, melee-wise, vanilla-wise, I mean, it's feasible. The thing is, you're going to be midlining in NTD mode anyways. And even then, even with the melee nerf, right? So, let me do some quick math really quick. So, hold on a second. So 29 plus whatever, right? We'll say it's like 2,000. I feel like even with the melee, was it mitigation, right? 15% of 2,900, that's 3,000 or something, and then it drops down to like 1,000. It still balances out to about, we'll say on average for full combo, we're looking at about 2-3K or so, right? Smart person is going to want to chain up multiple hits. So I feel like the more I think about it, I feel like 700 cost is more along the lines of very advanced play, very complex mobile suits, because you're able to do more. There's a lot more things that you got to juggle too. So the skill ceiling, I feel might be a little bit higher, on top of the randomness and bullshit that goes along with it. But like if you have like native suits, I think that's what they're trying to achieve. That's not obviously the result, but you look at what we're getting in that cost range. Even with like 650, like 650 used to be the top, right? So even for me, I was like, I didn't really like playing the ceiling because it's just like there's so much more to learn and pick up and do stuff. But look at that now, it's like 650 is like child's play now that, this is basically what, my 4th year? Pushing to 5th? I don't know. I haven't been keeping count necessarily, so.
Making preparations for sortie.
5 more minutes, and we get to see if it becomes a 6v6. Honestly, I need to give rest by my arm anyway, so it's cool. It's fine. Perfectly okay. But I was gonna say, on top of that, I should really edit this video too. Oh, it looks like somebody's already updated base numbers. So yeah, wait a minute. Oh. Oh, is 2900 the beam rifle? Sorry, I'm looking at Discord right now.
Procedures.
I mean, it definitely is a fighting game. You're looking at a game from a company that does fighting games, so... Okay, so I'm looking at Berserk's, Berserk posted something on, Avengers Discord, that's what I'm looking at. I was like, hold on, I'm not reading this right, because it's like, base Phoenix damage. Oh, okay, that's right. Because what'll happen is I'll start with, I've been starting with the double saber, which most people will do anyways, it's easy, but like, I know just by watching when we got all this stuff, yeah, it was 3,000 on the preview stuff that we received, or that I received. So I wasn't the only one that did preview stuff on this, but like a lot of the opinions and everything, we based it off of what we saw. So I was like, that's why I tell people, take it with a grain of salt. It's probably going to change, but looking at just face value, I know based on whatever we got here, they want you to chain beam saber with the tonfa saber, with your cannons, with other stuff. You have a lot of tools, but just because of the franticness of the fight itself, it was hard. What's up, GBat? How's it going, man? Played with you a couple times, I think in the past. I've seen your name before, and I was like, I know that name looks very familiar. How you doing? New part. New part reduces Psychomu weapon disable time and reduction in damage by 10%, and increases your HP by 1200. So that's what it does. So that's why I like the setup right now is so funky, is because it's still in a, I would say, a trial what's the term? Experimental phase. Oh, that's right. I forgot. I purposely left a tuning slot open so I can actually try to full tune this a little bit, or as far as I can get. So we don't. This is basically vanilla without any type of tuning whatsoever. So we went in straight with the setup. Yeah, work in progress. Because even with my Hazel when that came out, it's not even so much just min-maxing. It's more of balancing out to, like, say, how you play or what you're running into. I know some people can play dangerously.
Hey, pilot. Anything you need?
And they are very successful at that.
Anything to do with mobile suits? You just leave it to me. Will this be all? Leave it to me. Ended up something like this.
But yeah, so I left it on, and I feel like it should stay on based on our sorties with it so far. Because I'm pairing it up with the Psychomu frame. Yes, basically 2 pay-to-win parts, but looking at it, I think it benefits wholeheartedly with it. Otherwise, you're going to be playing with a very similar, I want to say, Unicorn Gundam setup. So basically, was it full beam or as much beam as you can, as much as melee as you can. Because I think even with the ballistic riz that it has to begin with, I think is still plenty better than some other suits that, like, hold on, where is it? It's 50. I'll put it this way: it's no narrative. Okay, narrative at 650 with a base of, what is it, 8? I think. Where is my narrative? What the fuck? Oh yeah, base of 8. Blech. Like, damn, makes it hard for me to do anything. But alright, let's see. So we get +1 to melee strength, 1%.
I knew I'd get to. Will this be all? I'm on it. Ended up something like this.
I'm greedy. I always want more if I can fit it. But the thing is, I like. Oh, am I running on mine? Back in a second.
Will this be all?
I don't think I'm gonna
on
get
it.
enough.
Ended up something like this.
Alright, so we got the melee one.
Will this be all? Leave it to me. Ended up something like this. Will this be all? Leave it to
Derek
me.
is pretty dangerous, even though it's super fragile. But I don't mind it. It's definitely usable in the right hand, in the right situation too. Phoenix. Oh, what am I running on my narrative right now? Narrative, I think I'm running... Really? Oh yeah, that's right. I think I tried it with this initially. Because I was just testing it on paper. So I was like, okay, it's got maneuver armor. It may or may not necessarily need leg armor, so I was just kind of playing around with numbers a bit. So this is not one I actually tested, by the way. It was just more like trying to figure it out, because that's what'll happen when I get a new suit. It's like, okay, let's look at the base stats. What can I fit in here? What am I gonna need? And I was like, for some odd reason, I don't know what I was thinking. I was like, shits and giggles, we'll throw that in there, just for fuck's sake. I don't know, whatever. And I was like, well, looking at a lot of the suits that I run, I was like, okay, we need to be in like the 20 range or so, at least, or something. 25, because most like 400, 500 suits, they're at 20-ish% or lower. I I'll put it this way. This is what I ran. Okay. Right? It's just 8. But the thing is that you have to incorporate the numbers from Psycho Frame also. So that 8 becomes a 12. Or 11. Sorry, 11. Which, honestly, it's fine. It's whatever, because if I'm gonna get stunned, I'm getting hit hard. So it's just like, there's not a whole lot of room I can do to fit in stuff, even with complex expansions. The big thing to do is deal with this. This is your main workhorse right here. And the thing is, with the jammers, you want to catch them when they're not looking at you. If they see you readying up and they see it readying up, around them, they're gonna move out of the way. If you saw just the video that rolled out, somebody was already using that on me. I was like, okay, well, you only got me once with it, but that was because I was locked into melee. That's the best time to do it. So for example, you know how like in Arctic everybody the whole NASCAR thing, right? Between those two narrow fatal funnels that everybody boosts through. That's the time you want to use it, around that section there, because you can catch everybody from behind or forward or whatever, and they're stuck. No boost, no slower movement speed, and you could just somebody, like the Ray, could just heavy attack that whole line. Yeah, exactly. That's the best part. So the thing is that if this had stronger stats, the narrative, I think, would be kind of too strong. I feel like with the utility that this thing has, this is not a direct front line, but is more like, if you like playing flanks and kind of backing up your team, this thing has a lot of utility. Like the incendiaries, they stun. These stun. You have means of, you're doing something. You're not sitting on your ass. And that's the thing, is I hate suits that I'm not able to do anything. Excuse me. So like for example, 300, 250, 300, I'm basically midlining. Maybe close range if I'm lucky enough and I have cover to play that distance, but I'm basically midline. 200 meters, not very far. So this is my long reach thing. So you can play sneaky and ambush people, or work it in however you feel is the best way to do it. And then you have different means to back up somebody. You're going to be right on, you're not going to be like right on somebody's ass, but like basically back somebody up. So especially if somebody's engaging, you got something to fire into that group and not stun your teammates, except Zuka. But 2600 for melee, this thing is savage in melee. If you give it an opportunity to swing at you, you're gonna hurt. So my opinion is that I feel like it's a good suit. It's not the best suit, because if you're looking for tanky, that's not what it is for sure. But I feel like utility wise, it can be useful to kind of control the pace of the battlefield, control people, the enemy team essentially, and lock them in. So that way your other teammates can do their job essentially. So like say, oh, I'm dodging this stasis field thing that's forming. Oh, but we're in impact site in the canyon, so either we're gonna back up or commit and walk through. So there's a lot of different factors in that sense. But yeah, it's very utility friendly, and I feel like even with it being kind of squishy and utility based, it's very
Making
very potent.
preparations for
I feel like you can
canceling
unga
procedures.
bunga with it in the
Making
right situation.
preparations for sorting.
It's still 5v5. It's still 5v5. I'm gonna rest up and edit the video that we have right now. I know some of you guys might have missed it. Don't worry, I'm gonna upload it. Try to find an appropriate tune for it because I got tired of GBO music. Sadly, we need more. We need a composer that can give us some free creative stuff that we use. Because honestly, I don't want to get DMCA stuff, and I'm not trying to take it. I don't want to take advantage of certain things, but at the same time, it's like, man, come on. So we'll use that as a stepping block to get better with the suit. So kind of what I want to use is not necessarily just the flex, but it's also superficially showing that with the right mindset, the right knowledge, game knowledge actually, and being able to engage, help your teammates, pretty much finish the fight, complete the mission, and win. This suit deserves to be at 700. It's not. I feel like it's not going to be as broken as people expected. Yeah, definitely. And this was basically on a whim because actually this was not supposed to be a stream night at all. But I felt like, well, I can feel my pain and do the stuff. We will be doing more GBO2 and other games because I've been playing Valheim a bit, so it's a little more mental, a little easier on the mental side of things. You don't have to worry about stressing too hard, deal with teammates, etc. It's actually one of the most fun. You know, it's probably boring to watch, but it's one of the most fun, I would say, creative survival PC games that are on Steam. But I usually play a lot of other stuff on my streams to kind of show you guys that, hey, yes, GBO2 is one of my main games that I consistently play and I enjoy. But even when I do start to get burnout, I do rotate it to kind of keep things fresh for myself and not make it feel like a chore and just a job. Because GBO2, some days, it really does feel like a job. And I don't think I could do 8 straight hours, honestly. So let me go ahead and flip this around really quick, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate you guys hanging out, of course, any given time. Your time is very valuable, and I appreciate you guys spending some time with me. Yeah, if you look up here, let me do this really quick while we're running the loop really quick. I have the store page up, which I can give you something to kind of check out for yourself. It's actually, I think it's on sale still for $13.99 right now, and it's early access. So what that means is once you buy it, it covers all the expansions that they're releasing. They ended up doing an underhanded thing. I doubt it, but all the DLCs that they've released so far are included in that price. And it reminds me of kind of like the aesthetics of World of Warcraft 3, but you can play with friends or play by yourself or both. But anyways, if you want to reach me and find out what's going on with stream and everything, if you have Twitter, make sure you follow me there. I usually post everything regarding stream or anything else up there as well, including all the reveals that we've had so far on our Gunboy News Network video segments. I do have a Discord as well, so you can hang out there. Best reach me and find out whatever else is going on with stream or whatever games I'm into, and etc. and so forth. So our next session more likely will be New Year's. So if you don't have anywhere to hang out with and whatnot, vice versa, it is going to be more likely something that we'll be doing. I don't know what I'll be doing for New Year's other than being at home, probably streaming and hanging out with you guys, because basically my streams are like hangouts. So until later, guys, I am going to edit that next video. Hopefully it meets your guys' expectations as a stepping stone to doing better. So until then, guys, I will see you all on the next video. Have a good night or good morning, wherever you are. Peace out for now.